Okay, yard fanatics, look. You know BYD, guys. I've been out looking at battery operated mowers, all right? And let me tell you the story behind this model real quick. When I went, my initial thing was I was going to get the Ego Tri-Cut, the new one they got with the two blades up under. All right. Now, as you know, that's $600 more. They lowered the price, but that's $600. And those prices are premium, guys. I'm just going to be real with you. Those are premium prices. All right. Now, when I went to Lowe's, it was actually my second stop as far as looking for mowers. Now, I ran across this one, and this is by Greenworks. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not a Greenworks fan because how can I say it? I haven't considered them to be one of the big boys. Now, having said that, a lot of times you get caught up in mowers because you only go on what you know. And I was an Exmark guy. I mean, it is what it is. So I never used Greenworks. But when I ran across this one, guys, this thing has, I'll just run it down to you, a steel deck, double battery compartment, it's rear wheel drive, single point adjustment, it runs off a 5-amp battery. I can get 60 minutes of run time. If I get two 5-amp batteries, I can get up to an hour, 20 minutes of run time. All right, it's 21 inch, and it was on sale for $449. Normally it's $499, $500. So when I saw that, guys, I'm always trying to bring you stuff that I think that the average homeowner can afford. I'm not trying to like I said, they're not paying me to do this, because anything normally that I use in my video, I use it for real. I don't just do it for the video. You'll see this more in a lot of BYD videos from now on. Even if it turns out to be a dud, I am still going to use this more because I spent my money on it. It didn't get sent to me. It's not endorsed. I wish somebody would send me the $600, $700 lawnmower to review. But a lot of those guys are scared because they're scared that you'll get their product and dog it out. But guys, let me just run you around this real quick, give you an up close and personal look at this Greenworks PRO 60 volt 21 inch self-propelled mower. All right, start at the handlebars. All right, what's awesome about this, guys, is this has a start button. All right, the way you crank this up is you push this down, you hold it down like that. Then I want to activate the blades. I'll squeeze this right here. You'll hear that. All right, cut it off, you just let it go. You want to push that down, and if you just want to go back and forward, you push, forward, you push the lever. Now, good thing about it has two levers, but you don't have to push both of them at the same time. This is what I call if I get fatigued more. So you could squeeze one and then still operate the whole thing, or you could squeeze both. One thing I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you off the rip, for the price that I paid, and I think this, I don't care how much you pay for a lawnmower, I think all lawnmowers should come with a cup holder on the handlebars that you can either snap on or it'll fold in or however. But that's something that all manufacturers need to take a look at. Put a cup holder on the handlebars and see how many more you sell. But another thing I see that caught my attention was this right here, the single point adjustment. Now this single point adjustment couldn't be more easy. It's so simple. You move one lever and you're elevating or declining all the wheels at the same time. Now it has 7 notches on here. I did a measuring and I got right about 3.5 at its highest point, maybe a little bit more than that. And at its lowest point, me personally, I'm getting right at 1 inch. I think a tad bit lower than that. But I'm gonna go ahead and show you. You pull this out, guys, and I put my hand on the back of this handlebar so that when I do adjust it, it won't roll. But you pull it and you just put it to the height that you want. Now that's pretty high. Look at that. Look at that. That's pretty high. It may be around about 4 inches. That's pretty high, guys. Another thing I like about this are the wheels, made out of some real tough rubber. This thing also mulches and also side discharge. Now let me show you how it side discharge. Okay, yard fanatics, if you're getting any wind, I'm sorry for that, but listen, side discharge is real easy. Now I'll be honest with you, it's rare. I don't side discharge. It's not rare. I don't side discharge, but that option is available to you. Guys, with this, you simply just lift this up. All right. Now, there are some notches up under there. You take this, hook it up under those notches, and you simply lay it down. Now you're side discharging. That easy. If you want to remove it, pull it up, take that off, lower it back down. Now that's how you side discharge on this mower. Now let me show you the mulching plug. Okay, yard fanatics, look. The mulching plug is in here. Now, I got the bag on there just to show you how the bag looks, but guys, you need to take this bagger off. And when you get it, it's gonna come with the plug already installed. Simply take off the bagger. Here's the mulching plug right here. It has two little buttons down here, if you can see them. You simply press those two buttons and you just pull it out. All right, now I've been using it a little bit, but that's how that comes out. To put it back in, same way you took it out, but you don't have to push the tabs in. You just push it till you hear it click. You're mulching. Okay, yard fanatics, and look, the bagging part couldn't be easier. Now, you remember I showed you how to take that mulch plug out. All right, so we're gonna make sure that's removed at all times when we get ready to bag. But to use the bagger, you simply pull up on this part right here, this bagger, take it all the way up like that. This bagger hooks onto some little hooking bars, and I'll show you in just a second, like that. And you simply lay that down just like that. That's how you put the bagger on. Okay, yard fanatics, now let me show you the battery compartment. This is what made me buy this mower. Now, this mower says I'll get 60 minutes of runtime on the 5 amp 60 volt battery. Now, to me, that runtime is free runtime, which means it's no obstacles, no grass, 60 minutes. So I'm not expecting to get a full 60 minutes. What I am expecting to get is at least 45 to 50 minutes of cutting time. All right, and that's on one 5 amp battery. And let me show you this, guys. This is dope. I mean, I love this part. You pull this up right here. This thing right here, it's a little notch right lever. You just click it in, the battery will pop up, and that's how the battery comes out. Now I'm gonna show you this battery up close. It has a little weight to it. This is you see it right there, guys, 5 amp high capacity 60 volt battery. All right, this is the Pro Series right here. Now bear in mind that Pro Series battery should be all black like this. They have another battery, I think they're smaller, but this part is actually lime green, and I think the writing is black. All right, so make sure you get the right battery for the right mower. But another thing, guys, you see when I pull this up, watch when I let it go. It closes itself. That's awesome. Now to reinstall it, guys, regardless of what side you decide to put it in, there are some notches, and you look down here, there'll be some prongs that this is supposed to go into, so make sure you got those lined up. Simply put the battery in, push it down. When you hear it click, you know it's in there. So I'm going to take it back out. I want to show you another thing. Each battery has its own battery meter. All right, watch when I push that. Put my finger on the other side. So I know this battery is fully charged. All right, another thing too, guys, is when you're putting it in here, if you don't want any accident to happen, pull the key out. This is the key. Without this mower is useless. My suggestion, don't take it out, because once you lose it, you got to go through a bunch to get another one. So push it in and just leave it there, guys. But if you want to do safety, you got to look up under the lawnmower for any reason. Go ahead, pull that out. That way the blade won't activate while you're looking up under the mower. Okay, yard fanatics, and here goes the other dope part. You're going to love this part right here, guys. I said it had 2 battery compartments. This is the second battery. Let me show you up close. Now, if you pay attention to that, you'll see it says 60 volt, 2.0, 2 amp though. This is the Pro series right here. Now, one of the things right here has a battery meter on it also. Push it. See, I only got two bars. One thing about it, when you sit this on the charger, this battery meter doesn't keep going across the screen like the other one. I'll show you later on. But you have to push it to actually see how much you have in it. But check this out. So now, I just increased my run time. I got 2 batteries in now. And it closed itself. Okay, guys, so both of those batteries in there. Now, you see I have 2 meters up here. I got one that says left, got one that says right. There's also a turbo button right there. Turbo button is when I'm picking up a lot of leaves or I'm running through a bunch of heavy grass and I need an extra boost from the engine. I'll push that turbo button, click it, and it'll automatically stay on. You'll hear the RPMs of the engine kick up. But these battery meters right here, check this out. I'm gonna push the button down and you can see how much juice I got in each one. Hopefully you can see that. Let me get this so you can see. Okay, this video may not be doing it any justice, but if you can see that. You see I got 2 on the top, 4 on the bottom. What's cool about this mower is this, guys. When I'm running it, and let's say my right battery goes dead, I don't have to hit a switch. The mower automatically detects that and it switches over to the other battery. So I got like 17,000 square feet. I needed a little bit boost just to make sure. Now I hadn't actually did the full review on this. I don't know if it's that 1.5 amp battery says will cut it. They say it'll cut up to ½ an acre to 3/4 of an acre. But with obstacles, bagging, all that, you lose some of your battery power. So that's to be seen, and I'll let you know in another video how that works out. But that's one of the cool options right there. Let me show you how that turbo boost works. All right, I got that on. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and engage the blade. Now, so you saw when I pushed that turbo button, the engine revved up, gave me more RPM so I can kind of cut through that heavier grass. Now, one awesome thing about this mower, the mower will detect that itself. Sometimes you'll hit a little high patch and you'll hear the RPMs change, go up and down based on the cutting height of the grass. So if I'm cutting 1 inch and I run into a little patch that's 2 inches, it'll automatically kick up. But if I want to stay on consistently, I'll hit the turbo button. Now, one of the other awesome things is you can adjust the speed versus when you're cutting. So let's say I'm cutting and I want to adjust the speed. Well, I'm holding the camera at the same time, but you can notch this over and you'll feel it start to kick up. Now, if you put it on turtle, I'm just going to be real with you. That's like so slow it's just ridiculous. But if you kick it over to fast, to me personally, I'm an older guy, about 50 years old. This thing will have you running, man. I love it. Okay, yard fanatics, look, and I'm gonna show you this thing too about the battery. All right, that's the battery right there. Remember, push that lever in, and then pull the battery up. All right, take this, and I want you to hear this. Now, when you put the battery on there, you see the prongs up under there. Those prongs got to match up with those, so it's gonna go like that. I want you to hear. Okay, now that I got the battery up here, I want you to hear what happens once I put it on the charger. Make sure those prongs line up with those prongs right there. But look, listen. It has a cooling fan on this. Now, BYD recommends that you don't charge this in the sunlight because this battery is going to get hot. Once this battery get hot, you'll start getting an indicator telling you that it's not charging because the battery is hot. If it's blinking like that, red, that means you got a damaged battery. But generally, when it's flashing like that, the battery hasn't charged up yet. Now this is the battery that I bought, so you got to push the button to see your meter. The one that came with it, when I put it on that, you'll see this going back and forth until it charges up. All right, so once it charges up, that light will stop flashing and the fan will stop going, and it'll immediately stop charging it. So let me show you what happens when it fully charges. Okay, yard fanatics, now this is the 5 volt, excuse me, the 5 amp. Now you see it's fully charged, it's not flashing, you don't hit a fan. So it'll immediately stop the charge on the battery so you won't overcharge it, okay? Okay, yard fanatics, and like I said, I was getting asked, BYD, why are you switching over to a battery powered mower? One of the reasons is you don't have to worry about oil changes, you don't have to worry about fuel filters, you don't have to worry about gasoline. This thing has a fold and storage feature on it, so it's going to take up less space in the garage. Let's just say you got to go cut your mom's yard or your neighbor's yard or whoever, and they stay across town. You can easily put this thing in the trunk of your car and not worry about fumes, gas spills, anything like that. Even if you got to put it on the back seat, you don't have to worry about those things. So these are some of the features that's driving this switch. Everybody's trying to go green, especially what's going on in our country right now. You don't have to go to the gas station. You don't have to have a gas can. The only thing you need to make sure is that those batteries are charged. So yard fanatics, that's kind of why I did that. And what I'm gonna do is go ahead and let BYD Jr. go ahead and cut this yard so we can just see what it looks like in action. So hopefully, guys, you know, you'll consider buying a battery-operated lawnmower. Like I said, I'm really impressed with this so far. I'll do a full review later. So guys, remember, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscription button, ding, that notification bell. Every time BYD uploads a video, you will be notified by YouTube. Once again, you are tuned into Bermuda Grass Central with BYD. This is Michael Bowman, and I'll talk to you soon.